Creature Constitution.
The Creature Constitution.
Independence Hall,
Independence Hall,
Philadelphia,
Philadelphia,
1786.
1786.
None of the creatures in the hall were able to sleep.
None of the creatures in the hall were able to sleep.
Every night, the mice would run through the spiders' webs.
Every night, the mice would run through the spider's web.
Then the spiders would chase the mice.
Then the spider would chase the mice.
The crickets would chirp all night.
The crickets would chirp all night.
The pigeons in the clock tower would start
The pigeons in the clock tower would start
singing early in the morning.
singing early in the morning.
Everyone was tired and unhappy.
Everyone was tired and unhappy.
Maddie the mouse had the biggest ears in the hall.
Maddie the mouse had the biggest ear in the hall.
She heard everything.
She heard everything.
She worried that no one would ever sleep.
She worried that no one would ever sleep.
Then the humans began meeting in the hall.
Then the humans began meeting in the hall.
Maddie sneaked into the room and listened as they talked.
Maddie sneaked into the room and listened as they talked.
They needed something with rules
They need something with rules
that everyone would follow.
that everyone would follow.
They called it a constitution.
They call it a constitution.
Maddie thought a constitution was a great idea.
Maddie thought a constitution was a great idea.
She called a meeting.
She called
Every
a meeting.
creature came.
Every creature came.
There were so many animals that they could barely move.
There were so many animals that they could barely move.
The humans have a great idea,
The humans have a great idea.
Maddie said.
Maddie
They are
said.
writing a constitution.
They are writing a constitution.
We should have our own constitution.
They should have our constitutions.
What's a constitution? Asked
What a constitution?
a pigeon.
As
It's
pigeon,
a list of rules for us to live by.
It's a list of rules for us
Maddie
to live by.
said.
Maddie said.
We need rules so we can all sleep.
We need rules so we can all sleep.
All the creatures agreed.
As a creature agreed.
There are too many of us
There are too many of us
to talk about the rules right now,
to talk about the rules right now.
Maddie said.
Maddie
Each
said.
group should pick 5 creatures to talk
Each group should pick 5 creatures
for them at a meeting tomorrow.
to talk for them at a meeting tomorrow.
They will decide what the new rules will be.
They will decide what the new rule will be.
The groups each went back to where they lived.
The group each went back to where they lived.
They picked animals to speak for their group.
They picked animals to speak for their group.
The next day, the chosen creatures met.
The next day, the chosen creature met.
Everyone listened to each other's problems.
Everyone listened to each other's problems.
When the groups started to argue,
When the group started to argue,
Maddie reminded them to work together.
Maddie reminded them to work together.
Each group then shared the rules that they thought
Each group they says the rules that they thought
would let everyone sleep better.
would let everyone sleep better.
They came up with rules
They come up with rules
that everyone could agree on.
that everyone could agree on.
Maddie had found a way for them to all work together.
Maddie had found a way for them to all work together.
The creatures asked Maddie to be their leader.
The creature asked Maddie to be their leader.
They would bring new problems to Maddie
They would bring new problems to Maddie
and the other groups.
and the other group.
The night they signed their constitution,
The night they signed the Constitution,
the creatures in the building all had a good night's sleep.
the creature in the building all had a good night's sleep.